still remove yourself.
Forgiveness don't mean that I'm bringing you back in.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that you get another relationship with me.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me know.
3, 2, 1.
What is Chocolate Chit Chat number 3, Treyway? Today we have Queenie with us. She is a chakra specialist, right? A Reiki Master. And what else you got going on, girl?
A transformation life coach.
A transformation life coach right here in Fort Worth. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, like she said, I am a Reiki Master, chakra healer, and transformation life coach. And what I do is I help you go from where you are to where you desire to be. In transforming, there's a lot of things we want to transform in our life, either our looks, our energy, our relationships, whatever it is. So I am the one you sit down with when you're like, okay, well, this is what's going on with me. This is where I'm at.
Okay.
This is where I want to be. And I help you create a plan of action to get from point A to point B.
Okay, so you help us map out a roadmap for our life, so to speak.
Yes.
Okay, dope. Also, okay, chakra specialist. Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, so the chakras, if anybody knows or doesn't know, is spinning wheel of energy that are inside your body. They align your spine. And each chakra caters to a different organ system or endocrine system inside your body. And when those are imbalanced, it causes issues with you mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually.
Okay.
And so any one of those chakras being out of balance can cause you to go through a series of things: depression, anxiety, anything. And so what I do is I inform everybody about what those chakras are, what they mean to you, see what's line with their chakras, because different things like your trauma can hide in your chakras and cause that dis-ease inside your body. And if it goes unchecked long enough, it can cause an actual disease. So a lot of diseases that we have actually start out in the organ field, because however long your chakras, however strong your chakra system is how strong your organ field is.
Okay.
And so it starts out there spiritually, then it comes in to your chakras, and then it affects the body.
How long does it take before your chakras are affected by the traumas or the alcohol?
It just depends. A lot of times it can be years.
Okay.
But when it comes to chakra imbalance, that imbalance, it can be imbalanced for years before it affects you physically.
Oh, okay.
But the imbalance, we go through balance and imbalance daily. From different people that we interact with. It can be something you saw. It's always fluctuating. So that's the reason why we need to constantly pay attention to that.
Okay, cool. As you know, in the media, it's a lot going on. Cassie, Diddy, Ant-Man. And so it's a lot of feelings.
Did you say Ant-Man?
Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm from the
Okay.
My bad.
Okay.
Anyway, welcome. But yeah, so anyway, there's a lot of things going on in the media, and it's a lot of trauma, right? A lot of why didn't they do this? Why didn't they do that? Let's talk about healing and forgiveness. Seems like we need a lot of healing.
We do.
Some forgiveness. We do. What about accountability?
Absolutely.
All right, let's talk about those things.
Right. So when it comes to, let's talk about forgiveness.
Okay.
When it comes to forgiveness, when you don't forgive other people, you're actually punishing yourself. You put yourself in this prison, and also you give your power away. You could be having a wonderful day, be going wherever you want to go, see the people you want to see. And as soon as somebody who walks in, you don't, and that you haven't forgiven, they have power over you. They can affect the way you move in that room. They can affect whether you stay there or not.
Let me ask you a question. Along those lines for what you just said. Can you forgive somebody but still be angry with them?
No.
Okay, explain.
True forgiveness is letting it go. Anger is holding on to it. And anger should still be expressed. You don't have to stay angry, but you should still express it. This is a human experience, and every single emotion we are here to feel. That's the reason why we go through things that make us feel it. Okay. We're here to feel it, but you don't have to hold on to the feeling. Transform it, right? Yeah, you can transform it or transmute it into something better. But because I was angry, I did this to help with that. I did myself some yoga, or I went exercising, or I did a painting, or whatever. Yeah. Because anger affects your liver. It affects your liver. So it's not even good to hold on to anger because it's gonna actually affect you physically because it's inside of a chakra. You know what I'm saying? All of that goes back to the chakra system, and it'll affect you.
Okay. How do you know? Well, what are some indications that you have forgiven for real? Because I'm gonna tell you me. We can talk about me. I'm gonna tell you about me. I feel like I have forgiven certain people for things, right? Like I'm like, okay, that was cool. But and I know just the fact that there's a but indicates there's an issue, right? But it's like you can't keep doing that. You understand what I'm saying? So I feel like the accountability piece kind of bothers me. But because you can't make anybody do anything, like you can remove yourself, right?
Yes, you can.
Yeah. You can forgive somebody and still remove yourself.
Forgiveness don't mean that I'm bringing you back in.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that you get another relationship with me. Forgiveness means I forgive you enough that when I see you, I don't have to have an emotion. I don't have to. My time or my energy does not have to change because I saw you. You walked in and we can still coexist.
Right.
That don't mean I'm gonna be in your face.
Right.
But that means that we can still coexist. If you walk up to the conversation, I ain't gotta get uncomfortable. But forgiveness goes like this. You can forgive a person, but the only way they get another relationship, and it also depends on what they did.
For sure.
But the only way they get another relationship is change their actions. They have to approve. They have to have that accountability. They have to actually notice what they're doing to that's causing the unforgiveness. You know, that needs forgiveness.
And understand that it might not be the same relationship. Like you're
not
gonna.
It ain't gonna be the same relationship.
Right. But like, well, because you did that, it's not the same, right?
No, I'm not the same person because a piece of me died when you did that. And I had to be reborn into a new energy. So this is the one you get. Because this is the one that said you need it.
Okay. All right. So that's our forgiveness. Let's talk a little bit about accountability. We'll say healing for last because that's the bow, right? So accountability. I feel that some people look at accountability as fault and blame. When it, or they look at it or like they put a negative like blame. Yeah, it's a negative connotation on saying, you know what, I'm the one that messed that up. Like there are people that refuse to say that.
Yeah.
And to me it's a good seed. Yeah. For a good relationship to flourish, to be able to say, you know what, I screwed the pooch on that one. Right? So but you know, screw the pooch. I'm a
But yeah, I feel what you're saying because accountability goes like this. For whatever I feel like is happening wrong in the past. You know, when we're first in it, we have a certain thing. It's your fault. It's your fault. Okay. We don't see where it's our fault yet because we're in the energy. We're in that moment.
Right.
But once you get away from the moment and you're not so attached to it, then you need to actually dissect that and see what did you do wrong?
Yeah.
Where could I have done better in this? Was it my communication, my gestures, my showing up? What was it? Listening instead of responding. My perception. You know, Did I perceive the situation wrong? You have to actually question self. Accountability puts the light back on yourself. It takes all the blame off to someone else and puts the light back on you. And it's not that you're blaming you, you're just taking your part in it.
Yeah.
What was my part of why this didn't make it?
Yeah.
And when you're able to do that, that's true growth. That is also integrity because you're doing that and nobody's looking.
I love that.
You don't get a reward for that. You reward yourself for that.
I
You
love
get a reward from beyond the veil for that.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily come, and it definitely doesn't always come from the people that you experience.
Facts. The integrity part. Can you talk about that a little more because I think that's important in relationships.
Very important. Integrity is, am I willing to do the right things, whether somebody's looking or not, even if they would never find out?
Right.
Am I willing to do what's right? And so, and being an integral person, because I am an integral person, I'm sure you are too.
Most days.
Most days.
Most days.
Of course. I'm willing to do what's right because it seems like I always have the I don't know if I'll say the ancestors, my spirit guides, whatever, because they walk with us and they're with us on a daily, whether we can see them or not, or feel them or not. And so I've always from a kid been able to feel that energy. Something's watching me.
Mm-hmm.
And now when I was a kid, I knew that the something that was watching me wasn't tangible. So whatever I'm doing when you're not looking.
Yeah.
But as an adult, integrity really, really matters because people can't trust you if you're not integral.
Man.
They can't.
Like, and I like my hood music, trap music, whatever. But like a song by Scarface, and he's like, or even the movie Scarface, and he's like, all I have in this world is my word and my balls. Sorry, y'all, a little vulgar, but that's the truth.
Yeah.
Like that's all you have is your word, and your strength, your fortitude to back your word.
Right.
If the dollar turns into meaning a penny tomorrow, who are we?
Right.
But if you know that I'm a stand-up person, you're going to work with me. You're going to be willing, to work with me, take a chance, whatever. And people, I think, are forgetting that is important. Like, I understand, circumstances and things like that, but you still need to have your level of integrity. Trust is important.
Mm-hmm. Well, they can't trust you if you're not integral.
Yeah.
And that also heightens your value. It goes up more when you're a integral person. It heightens your value. They let you know you're valuable because I can turn my head and leave this $1 million right here and I come back and it's still the million.
And just think, if I'm a billionaire and 5 millionaires have gave that testimony about you, okay?
Then I become the next one.
All right.
I got my foot in the door. I got my mouth is in room. My name is in rooms that I have not yet entered.
That's right.
Because of my
how you moving.
Yes.
That's right. Okay. All right. So should we go to the bow now? To the bow of healing. When people weren't integral with you, right? When people maybe didn't show up like they were supposed to, how do you heal from it?
How you heal from it, you come from a place of understanding. You have to go back to look at self and realize that you can't be available for everything. There's times where you might have hurt someone because of something you said, and that wasn't even your intention. And so when you are at one with self enough, you can see people more clearly and realize that sometimes people hurt you because they're hurting.
Yes.
Sometimes people hurt you because they don't have the knowledge that they need. They can't see you. They're dealing with too much that's going on with them. Sometimes it's a cultural thing. This is the way that we do it. Y'all don't do it over there. See, over here, this is funny. This is,
that's
this is
big
okay.
Time.
But when we come over here, y'all are stern about this. Y'all don't. This is a crossing the line with y'all.
That happened to me, even with people I had known forever. I went away to the military and, got a different sense of humor a little bit, right? I still have my original sense of humor, but there's some accessories to it, right? And just things changing when I brought it back home. it was like, you know?
Yeah.
And so you have to, yeah.
You do.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, you always have to be able to realize that people see you, every single person in your life sees you through a different lens.
Right.
And so, and everybody internalizes things different.
Yeah.
And so when it comes to healing, taking a moment to change your perception. And like I went through things with my mother. I'll be honest, with my mother. And for the longest, I was like, oh, she doesn't love me. Oh, she doesn't like me. Oh, she thinks she thinks I'm ugly, this, that, and other. All the things that I internalized from that situation. She didn't say none of that.
Yeah.
But just the way that situations would happen, that's how I felt about it. That's what I said to myself. And I didn't know at that age that I was going through that guess what? Maybe her mother didn't know how to show her the type of love that you were looking for. And so she doesn't know how to show you that type of love. Maybe she never healed from the traumas that she faced, never spoke about them, and maybe this is how the family deals with it.
Yeah.
Maybe she didn't know how to express certain things. Maybe she was still in fight or flight mode. Maybe it's so many things that you have to realize. Sometimes it takes life situations to help you change your perspective.
Well, since you were honest and open, I'll be honest and open. Mm-hmm. I have a mother wound that I'm working to heal actively every day. And for me, it was the opposite. I had to, and I mean, that's why I say like everybody's path is a little different because of the different things that I experienced changed what my idea of love was when I got out there, not for the positive. So I had to tell myself certain things were not love, right? So I had to go to the opposite and say, well, if somebody does this or that to you, that's not love.
Right.
For my healing, right? And so then after doing that, then I can go back and say, okay, that action wasn't love because this is what she saw or this is what she endured. But I know that she loves me. You understand?
Yeah.
So my path went that way. Like some people can go directly to, I don't know if maybe I've been through too much where I had to put stuff on the list 1st and decide what goes where. But yeah, I couldn't just say, well, I know my mom loves me and then life.
No, you gotta dissect everything.
Yeah.
You gotta
But see, like when I explain that to people, people think I'm being too deep, right? Or extra, but it's like, no, I have to go through all these layers to get to everything. That's me. I don't know about other people's um processes, but I'm somebody that has to, like you said, dissect and understand, every part of it. And I just want to encourage other people because most people, they don't talk about people that do that.
Right.
And we're out here. You can do that.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that's good because you need to be able to take that time. Those people who don't, when they say you're too deep, if somebody says you're
It's self-awareness.
Well, if somebody says you're too anything, it's not that I'm too deep. It's that you don't have the capacity to understand what I'm impressing upon you. You're missing the lesson. There's a lesson to be taught right here. And when you say I'm too deep, that's actually you're not my person. You need to expand.
Yeah.
And you're not my person. And the thing about it, sometimes those things, like I said, that life is happening for you and not to you. Sometimes it's just to show you where you are, the level that you're on.
That's
and also show you who not on your level.
Right.
And that don't mean they under you. That means that they not on the same level.
It's just,
We just not, this and this, we not here.
Yeah.
You over there, I'm over here.
Yeah.
And you come when you need something from me, then you can come when you're ready to expand. But until then, I'll be with the people whose mind are more expanded.
Yeah. Every time we get to it, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We gotta get to it.
All right. So you gonna take me to look at the Reiki room real quick?
Yes, let's do
All right.
that.
Oh, before you do that, last time I didn't follow my gut
Okay.
and I messed up.
I'm feeling excited.
This
I
time
feel excitement.
I followed my gut. Here you go. It's red, your favorite color. Our Toni Morrison shirt.
Yes.
The definitions. What does it say? You turn
Turn it
around.
around.
Yep. Definitions belong to the definers, not the defined. You don't have
That's
to
right.
accept
No, that's
anything
right.
people put on you.
You
It's up
don't.
to you.
You don't.
All right?
Nobody can label me. I label myself.
All right. You heard it. So we're getting ready to go check out this Reiki room.
Yeah.
Third episode, Treyway. A quick meditation when we're in traffic.
This is the
And
last
when we're standing in front of somebody or we're spazzing out. How do we bring it down real quick?
Okay. Now, number one, if you're in front of somebody, you can remove yourself. Because you're going to spaz out. You can't separate yourself when you're in. You gotta move so that you can have time to yourself.
Okay.
But if you're in traffic, or if you're dealing with something, you need to take a moment, take a knee, like they used to say.
Right.
Take a knee. You can center yourself by saying these 7 things. So we'll put our hands on our head and we'll say, I am at peace.
Peace.
And you can repeat that self 3 times if you need to, or whatever. But then you'll put your hands on your forehead. And you'll say, I follow my intuition.
I follow my intuition.
Then hands on your neck or your throat. And you'll say, I speak with love. Hands on your heart. And you'll say, I follow my heart. Hands on your upper stomach. And you'll say, I trust myself. Hands below your navel. And you'll say, I utter my desires. Hands on your lap. And you'll say, I am centered. And that is a chakra alignment. And you could actually do every day. If you do it in the morning, you will set the tone for your day. So that's something you can do to help you center yourself, bring your awareness back to yourself so that you don't give other people your power. Because when they can make you go kaboom, just give your power away.
That's real. That's real. Okay, now you can wrap. All right. To the Reiki room.
So this is our Reiki room, our blissfully balanced Reiki room where you decide to put your life back in balance. In here, we work with sound therapy, we work with chakras, we work with crystals, we work with herbs and oils, essential oils. Okay. And over here, this is where we have our essential oils, our herbs, our cleansing spiritual tools, all different things that we use to help you release the energy that you're holding.
So people can sign up for a session already?
Yes, you can already sign up. It is on our website. You can sign up to come in and receive Reiki.
All right, boom. So thank you, Queen, for giving us the chance to redo it. And we got it done good. We're going to go check out the Reiki room. That was episode 3, Chocolate Chit Chats. Tell people where they can reach you.
Okay, so you can reach me on, I have a website called blissfullybalanceyou.com. You can go to the website. I have definitely a lot of, like a couple of different things that you can do. Consultations where you can come down. You can sit and talk with me about what you're going through. You can also reach me on Instagram at master_QUI, QUI. And, inbox me, send me a DM, and let me know you want to meet up, you want to talk, have a conversation over the phone or in person, and we can go from there. I also need to talk about my journal. I have a chakra journal that I created that you'll be able to have access to digitally. I'm also going to make maybe a few copies for, a few people that be hard physical copies, but other than that, it's digital, so you'll be able to access it wherever you are.
I ain't gonna lie, the conversation blew me away. I forgot everything that we were supposed to talk about. I needed that.
I love that.
Thank you, sis. Appreciate you. All right, now for real. Chocolate Chit Chats number 3. Trevor out.